Come to sit, whatever way is comfortable for you, and have a scarf or a strap within reach. Use that in a second. Okay, let's bring the hands to rest in the lap. And we'll start by just releasing out the neck a little bit. So when you're ready, on an out breath, let your head fall down, chin towards your throat. And as we breathe in, keep the shoulders back, keep the spine long, roll your head over towards your shoulder. And then roll it around and down again. And we'll just keep this going. Over to the other shoulder. So we're going to do it again. Then one more time to each shoulder at your own pace. You kind of feel with this movement like we could pause any time in the day and do this to release the tension in the neck and the shoulders, especially from, computer work, that kind of thing. It's very hard to remember and to find the time to do that. So this coming to the mat every day and making that space in your day to do it is really important, because let's face it, we're not very good about finding random times for it. So here we are. Drop the head down, chin towards your throat. Now just lift the head up, lift your chin to the sky, open the throat. And breathe out, come to the center. Good. Grab your scarf or your belt. Give the shoulders a little stretch. So hold it really wide. Bring it up and over your head, breathing in. Good. Breathe out. Now go easy. Slide those hands further apart if you need to, as you bring it back and behind you, all the way down. Good. Breathe in. Keep the ribs into the body as you lift your hands up and over your head. So you're looking for a big stretch, but not a strain. And we'll do a few more rounds. So maybe as things ease out a little bit, we can bring the hands a little closer. Really let that breath help you here to move through those strong sensations. Keep the spine tall, the ribs into the body. If you can, keep your neck and your head in line. And notice all these things that try to help. But we want to open the chest. We want to move into the shoulders. Keep going. And notice that in that effort as well, do you feel a bit of a tightening of your face? Do you feel your mouth kind of move? See if you can relax that facial expression. Let's go one more time. Keep your jaw relaxed, your lips relaxed. Yeah. Over and down. Another one we could do through the day if we thought of it. Let's leave that down and bring the arms in front. Bring your right arm under your left. Wrap your arms around as you would in eagle pose, Skandasana. Lift the elbows up, hands away from the face. Keep the head in line. Breathe out, drop your shoulders. Good, then release it and let's just go the other way. See what's going on. The other way around. So, oh yeah, it's different, isn't it? So elbows up, hands away from the face, shoulders down. Stay with your breath. Close the eyes. And release it out. Good. Bring the hands behind. Interlace the fingers. Pull the heels of the hands together as you draw the hands back and down. Shoulders squeezing back. And just give the head a little movement. Left to right or up and down, or even that little bit of circling. Okay, now let go. Bring the arms round in front, like you're hugging a big beach ball. Interlace your fingers. Push the hands away. Elbows are bent round your back. Breathe into that space there in the upper back, around the shoulder blades. Drop the head. Good. Now let it go. We'll bring our hands to the floor. We'll come up to standing forward bend. So hands on the ground, shift onto the feet. I'm going to use what I was sitting on for my hands now, out in front. It's a bolster, so I'm going to drop my fingers over the far side of it. Now you could do this with blocks too, but just be careful here. The weight is in your feet. You're not leaning into those hands. In fact, you're pulling away a little bit, just a little bit. Bend the knees. Good. Now take one more breath, really in these first few minutes of the practice, listening into what we've brought in the body, not rushing through, ignoring a sensation to go deeper. Good. Now let go, bend your knees and roll your way up some of the way. Have a little mooch around there, a little sway or a little shimmy with your shoulders. And keep going, rolling your way up, just listening in. Notice the upper back, the shoulders, the neck. The head will find its place. The shoulders will come back. We'll stand tall, then open the arms wide into the sky. Catch a hold of your right wrist. Breathe out, soften down through your knees, through your feet, and then go up on your inhale. Over to the left now as you exhale. Push into your right foot so much that you actually kind of bend your right knee a little bit. Good. Come back to the center. Swap the hands. So we go up and then we go over. So push into the left foot. Good. Bring it on back. Now let the hands go and just cross your right leg behind your left. Get the 2 feet on the floor, just crossing your thighs. Hands up again. Hold your right hand, right wrist. Go up. Now we go over to the left. Now push into that right foot that's crossed behind you now. Great. Take another breath. And back to the center. Let it go. Change the leg. So left behind the right. I'm finding that my front leg is bending here as I'm doing it. That's fine. Hands up. Left wrist. Grab a hold. Breathe in. Go up. Now as you go over to the right, anchor the back foot, your left foot, into the floor. The weight is in both feet, but I'm really trying to especially ground the back foot. Get that stretch down the left side. Good. Release it out. Come back. Take the hands behind, feet hip width apart. Breathe in. Shoulders back. Open the chest. Now half wheel. Bend the knees. Drop on in over your legs. You can keep your hands against your sacrum here if it's better for you. That's always there for you. Or we'll try lifting the hands up and get a little squeeze around the shoulders. Drop your head. You can shift the weight from one foot to the other. Just having a little sway. And then settle in the middle. Stay here. Long exhale. Drop your head. But now bring your hands down to your shins. Breathe in. Lengthen. Push away from the legs. Lifting halfway. And turn the feet out for a squat. Breathe out. Come into it. Let's bring our hands to the floor and let's just move now side to side, easing into the hips. So maybe even the arms inside your knees or against your thighs. Just let the weight of the body shift from one side to the other so that you feel right into the hip joints, a kind of squat action in one leg at a time. And then come to the middle. Let's see how the squat feels in the middle. Might not be very low. It doesn't have to be. And then we're going to walk it on out to a downward dog. So as I go, I'm going to clear the props off the mat and just head for that downward dog. Now come forwards into plank, breathing in. Down to the ground, breathing out. Forearm puppy, upward puppy, arms on the earth. Prop yourself up here and now bend your left leg. So move your right arm across your mat to prop you and reach your left hand back for your foot. Push your foot back so you get this kind of bow action in the leg. And then let's swap it over and do the same thing on the other side. Let's get that out here. So you reach for your right foot, you push it back so you get this lift in the chest. Good, now let it go, come on down, let's come for cobra. Hands under your shoulders, breathe in, rise up, elbows back. Now push back to child's pose, hips to your heels, big toes together, settle it on back. Breathe in, come forwards through cat. Breathe out into cow pose. So lift the tailbone, lift the head. Let's do that one more time. Rounding into cat as you inhale, like you're breathing into the back of your body. And as you exhale, we'll do the simhasa breath, lion's breath. You stick out your tongue, you breathe out through your mouth, you look up. One more time. So you really stretch your face, but it's really good for the vagus nerve. So you breathe into your back, round your back, calming the nervous system. Let's go again. Tuck your toes, breathe in. Here we go, downward dog. Breathe out, settle into it. Heels towards the earth. Now bring your feet together. Let's breathe in and lift your right leg up. We're going to coil it in, knee to your nose, tiger curl, switching on that core strength now. 2 of those, 2 more. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, knee to the nose. Next one, same thing, but then we're also going to step the foot all the way through. So all the way up. Now breathe in on your fingertips, coil, rise up, hips up, little stretch for the front leg. Breathe out, bend the knee, chest forwards, head up. So, if you like that, again, inhale, coiling in that simhasa breath. You can add that in anywhere, like here, it would work perfectly. One more time. Inhale. So even just every now and again, just to let it all go like that. Exhale. And now put your left hand on the ground. Spin your right toes to the right. Turn on the edge of your back foot and reach your right hand towards the end of your mat. Now breathe in. Lift that right arm up and over your head. Lift your hips up. Rise up. Now exhale, retrace what you did. That arc above you with your arm, and you let your hips come down nice and low. Go again, 2 more. Inhale, up and overhead. Exhale, lowering. So if it's too strong, we're doing it one more time. You just bring that right foot further down your mat. It doesn't have to be quite so high up near your hand. Exhale. Love that for the right hip. Now we spin back around, inhaling. We're heading all the way around to Skandasana, bending the left leg. So the toes turn out and we bend the leg. Yeah. Lift it up. Inhale. Let's do this Skandasana to each leg. So right leg bending as we exhale. Perfect. Again, up on your inhale, easing to the left on the exhale. The toes are turned halfway out. Let's go again towards the right. So that when you bend your knee, it points at your toes. Now, last time up and over to the left. We're going to stay there for a second now. Just be here, breathe. Lovely. Back around all the way to the top of your mat, breathing in. Breathe out, go deeper into the lunge. Strong back leg. Plank, inhale. Exhale, bring it down your way, chaturanga, or your back bend. So you might like, for example, locust, no hands, floating here. And back, downward dog. Press the floor away, lift the belly, strong core. Good, feet together. Inhale, left leg up. Tiger curl, coil it in. Exhale, knee to your nose, heel in high. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. It's a really strong exhale. We're coiling in and then we're stepping all the way through. Inhale. Gather up, lift the hips, straighten the front leg as much as you can. There you go. Now bend the front knee, go long, go deep. Exhale through the mouth if you like. 2 more. Inhale. I'm going to do 1 more of those simhasas. I like that. Inhale. Also, it looks kind of ridiculous, so it's a nice one for home practice. You're alone. Exhale. Good. Let the right hand find the floor nice and firm. Spin all your toes to the left and reach your left hand to the end of the mat. You like that in that left hip. Bring your arm up over your head. Go high. Lift your hips right over beyond your head. Exhale back the way you came, like to sit down and the hand reach to the end of the mat. That's it. 2 more. Inhale up. Good. Exhale. Releasing. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Yes. Around we go to Skandasana. Inhale up and around. Spin the feet. Turn them out. And now right leg bends. Inhale up. And then left leg. So you can vary it. You can roll onto the heel of the extended leg. Bring it up. But just keep the straight leg strong. Keep it straight if you can. Back up. 1 more time. We're going to the left leg. And then we're going to the right. We're going to take an extra breath or 2 there. So you can keep the foot flat on the floor. You could go on the heel of it and extend your arms forwards or keep hands on the earth. Let it be your thing. Take another breath. And then bring it on back up to the top of the mat. Back into plank as you're ready. Inhaling. Exhale and lower. Now your wise back bend. Locust or cobra or upward puppy, upward dog, they're all there for you. Breathe out, downward dog. We're going to keep going. We'll bring our feet together. Breathe in, right leg rises up. Now take it on through between your hands. Exhale. Back knee comes down. Pop a little cushion under it here if you like. We're going to breathe in and come up. Hands up to the sky, crescent moon. Now exhale and bring your right hand behind your hip and your left hand holds the bottom of your head, the base of your skull. Now breathe in. Draw that left elbow forwards alongside your head. Go deeper through your hips. Breathe out. So we're kind of deepening this back bend. The hand on the hip helping to send the hips forwards. The hand under the head supporting your neck. The weight of the head is a lot. So now we can safely open through the chest, through the left hip flexor. And then let it go. Hands down, blocks if you like here. We're going to tuck the back toes under. Breathe in, lift up, lift the knee, lift the hips, straightening the front leg as much as you can. Now hop the back foot a little bit forwards, put the heel down and breathe out to fold over that front leg. This is our counter pose for that last one. So breathe in. Breathe out. If you want to keep a little bend in the front knee, you can. We're trying here to square the hips if we can. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward. Bow your head. Relax your face. 1 more breath. On the inhale, come onto your fingertips, lift your chest, lift that back heel. And as we exhale, we're going to hop it back into our lunge, bending the front knee. Now back to plank. Inhale. And we lower. Exhale. Inhale, slowly open. Exhale, draw back. Downward dog. Feet together. Inhale and lift the left leg up. Way up on your right toes. Now step it on through. Exhale. Back knee comes down. So again, we can pad under it if we need to here. And rise up to crescent moon. Now taking the left hand behind the hip, the right hand holds the head like along the hairline, the bottom of the skull. And as we breathe in, the hip gives the hand gives some traction. You'd pull down as well as pressing forwards, your head into your hand, open back. Now just stay with your breath and you ease your way deeper, breath by breath. So you don't have to hold back. But where we are trying to release is the front of that right hip, the upper back, the chest. We're conscious not to overdo it in the lower back, in around the waist there. Be careful. One more breath. And release. Exhale. Hands to the earth. Tuck the back toes under. Breathe in. Lift up your back knee. Lift your hips so much that you straighten the front leg as much as you can. Now hop the back foot a tiny bit forwards. Get the heel down. The toes turned a little bit out. Breathe. Easing over and down. Pulling the left hip back. Feeling that right hip come around in line with the left hip. Dropping into a forward bend with really satisfying hamstring stretch. Meanwhile, the back heel is anchored. And you might be feeling that down the back of your calf. Strong feet. Fingertips now to the earth. We'll breathe in. Lift the chest, lift the head. Turn to lift the back heel. And as we exhale, we'll bend the front knee and hop the back foot back, returning to where we began in the lunge. Now step back into plank. Inhale. Slowly. Exhale. Lower. Let's come right down. Let's do bow pose. Bend the knees and start with a modified bow. Your hands back, just floating on the tummy. And then grab your feet. If you can get them, get the feet, get the ankles, hold on tight and rise up. No tension in your neck now. Don't overdo this pose with your head. You're not trying to crank the head up and look too high. Just release through your neck. One more breath. And let it go. We're going to press it on back into downward dog. Breathing here. Now walk on forwards, halfway up the mat. Breathe in, hands to your shins, lengthen the spine, lifting halfway. Now fold right in, hands around the back of your ankles. Uttanasana. Take a breath. Breathe it out. Again, we'll lift halfway, hands to the shins or even the front of the ankles. Lift. Now take your feet a bit wider, turn them out. We'll come back to our squat. Breathing here. Good. Now, come on down to sit on the ground. You can put a block or something under the hips for this one if you like. We're going to take our feet in front of us. Gomukasana, cow face pose. Take your left leg under your right. Pull your foot all the way to the outside of your hip. And then wrap the right leg over the top. So the knees come together and the feet point out to the sides. Okay, so often with this one, we need a little something under the hips. You're trying, if you can, to stack your knees, one right above the other, and you're on the edges of the feet there. Okay, so take your time, prop it, get it set up, and then take a breath in. And if we can, we're going to fold forwards. So you can do this just by resting your hands on your knees, dropping your head, and folding slightly over. Or you let your hands come on down to the floor in front of you. If you can go a bit deeper, go a bit deeper. Fold the body down. Now I like the hands on the floor to press back into the hips. So you really feel grounded, rooted through the hips. Now relax your face, soften your jaw, shoulders soft. We'll come up on an inhale. And sit up tall. Now, could you lift that top leg up a bit just to get your foot flat to the floor and then turn to the right, hug the leg in for Ardha matsyendrasana. So sit up tall, lift through your spine, look over the right shoulder. Now roll the head down, sweeping the chin past the chest and around to look over the left shoulder. But release it out, all the way out, and swap the legs for Gomukasana. So right leg under the left this time. And we're not going to start with the twist. We'll do the twist second. So to begin, stack your knees, wiggle your way in there, roll the calves out of the way, feet point out. Breathe in, sit up tall. And then breathe out. You're ready to bow forwards. Listen to your own body now. You're only going as far forwards as feels good for the hips. And we're taking our time. So quietly settling into the breath and listening in. One more breath. Rise up on your inhale. And then we'll lift the knee, that top leg. We'll put the foot on the ground and wrap the right arm around. That's it. So anchor that big toe down, that left big toe. Lift up through your spine. Hug the leg tightly and wrap around into the twist. Can you deepen the breath? Where can you find the space for the breath here? And then we're going to roll the head down, feel through your neck. Roll it around towards the right shoulder. And let it go. So we're ready for Shavasana. Let's gather our socks and jumpers and bolsters and all of that. Prop yourself up and lie down. And if you feel like your back needs a little something extra, when you get down there, bring your knees in and give yourself a little twist. It might be fine, might not need anything else. But if you need it, Knees in, and then just bring them on over to one side. Taking 2 or 3 breaths to each side. And then settle into your Shavasana. And let your body rest into the support of the ground, the bolster, the cushions. And if you're still giving that back a little bit of a release through the twists, take your time. Stay present in what you're feeling. Stay with your breath. Relax your face. Notice how inclined you might be. I know I certainly am, but I think it's a human thing that we tighten around the mouth a lot. We clench the teeth, we kind of harden the lips. And all that is feeding attention down into the neck, down into the shoulders. It has that knock-on effect of just building the tension that we hold on to there. So notice if you can soften around the mouth, around the jaw. Just let the jaw hang a little bit from behind the ears and feel the upper and lower teeth separate. Feel that bit of space in the mouth and let your tongue relax. And feel the breath come and go through your nose. And keep softening the face. Notice the cheeks now. As the jaw is looser, the cheeks become a little softer. Notice the eyes. As you close your eyelids and withdraw from all the visuals around you, see if you can feel your eyes sinking into their sockets. Can you feel the muscles at the back of the eyes letting go? Can you actually feel the eyeballs relax? They can. And feel the softening now of all the muscles around the eyes, over the eyelids and between the eyebrows. As you do this, you might feel the temples soften, and then the forehead softens. And one thing leads to another as the whole face relaxes. You feel the scalp soften. And let the head drop deeper. Dropping the weight of the head into the support. Whether it's a cushion or the floor, let the head be held. And notice that you can let go of the doing in the head. For now, give yourself space from thinking, from analyzing, from judging. Some of the stories that are on a loop inside that head can quieten down. Feel the space. Let the head drop. And from that letting go, feel ease pour down through your neck, through your shoulders, like a liquid sense of ease pouring down through the whole body. You might have your own positive affirmation that you could repeat to yourself now 3 times. Or perhaps these words today. I have enough. I do enough. I am enough. And notice the feeling in your body. Take a deeper, energizing breath in. And as you breathe it out, get ready. Bring the back of your waist towards the floor, your kneecaps towards the ceiling. And drag your legs in one at a time, resting the feet on a support. Roll to your side. Coming up with the head following. Stay in that zone of feeling. And when you find your seat, turn your palms to face up, close your eyes, and take another moment just now to feel how you are. Bring your hands together in front of your heart and bring to mind what it is you feel grateful for today. Let's breathe in, stretch up to the sky. Breathe out, gather it in, down to the third eye, the heart center, and the earth. Namaste.